Thanks, Jackie. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Yoga Core Sunday morning. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to all the new people and super happy to see everyone returning. That is great. This morning, we're going to work through about 30 minutes of mostly core work, but core work that includes our spine and our glutes. So just kind of those big muscles, those healthy muscles that help us with our posture and that help us with our other yoga poses and just really strong, keep our back nice and strong. You shouldn't need any props, but if you do want a thick towel or a thick blanket, you might find that helpful for some of the floor work. So, you know, if you want to go and get that. And just remember, as we always discuss, yoga is a practice and this is your practice. So please work within your comfort zone and your capabilities. You should not feel any pain or any discomfort at any time. If you need to take a break, do so. Come down to a child's pose, return to the breath work, come back to the position, come back to the asana or the pose when you are ready. This is your yoga, your practice, so you do you. So today we're going to get started in a seated position, and this might be a place where you want to use a bit of a prop to boost your hips up. It's really helpful if you have very tight glutes and hamstrings and hip flexors, and you can't sit in that tall position and you have a rounded back. So with the prop underneath your hips, it really does help you to tilt that pelvis forward a little bit so you can get into that nice tall seated position. I'm just going to take a moment to connect with our breath, as we always do, because breath work is so important in yoga. A little bit different this morning. I'm just going to get you to take the palms of your hands and rub them together really quickly. Just create some heat here. That's all we're really trying to do with our hands. Just do that for a second. It's going to help us focus, get some heat on those hands. Then I want you to take those palms and put them at the upper part of your lungs, at the apex of your lungs, right up there underneath your clavicle bones, the top of your shoulders, and feel that heat coming into the top of your lungs. And I want you to think about breathing into that space. So really concentrate on taking those big inhales and filling up that upper chest, those upper parts of your lungs. And then exhale and blow it out. Do that a couple more times. Inhale. Really bring that air into the upper part of those lungs. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Let's bring those arms up. Let's take another big inhale up. Let's drop that right hand over. Let's do a little twist over to the right, starting to open up those intercostal muscles on the left. Bring that left shoulder back so you can really open up into that chest space. Give yourself room to breathe. As you exhale, let's switch that over. Left arm down, right arm up. You can look up at your fingers if that's available to you. Just remember to open up across that chest so there's space to breathe in there. Do that one more time, each side. Over to the right. Just getting those intercostals, that lower back, understanding that it's going to have to work for us over the next half hour. One more. Now let's bring our hands around, a little twist. Left hand to right knee, right hand down behind. Little twist to open up those abdominal muscles, loosen up that spine a bit. And as you inhale, let's come around the other way. Come back to center, put both hands on your knees, and think about dropping that right shoulder to your left knee. So a little twist across the upper spine there. This is really good if you sit at a desk all day as well, helps to loosen up those muscles. Left shoulder, right knee. Come back and do that one more time. Right shoulder towards the left knee. It's a bit of a different twist. And back to center. And left shoulder to right knee. Back to center. Let's roll over into a tabletop position. If you are on a prop, you can take that out. If you have sore knees, you might want to leave that under your knees. You come into this flat tabletop position. Check your position. Elbows, wrists, shoulders nicely aligned. Hips and knees aligned. Feet going straight back, right? Your toes, you shouldn't be able to see your toes if you look down between your knees. Nice flat back here. Push the floor away. Good alignment, top to bottom. I'm going to do a couple cat-cows. So think about dropping right from that lower spine. Drop the belly, raise the chest. Inhale, lift your chin up, stretch away from the floor. And as you exhale, tuck your chin, push your shoulders up. Big cat stretch, big deep stretch into the lumbar spine. And as you exhale, let's drop that again. Just uncurl nice and slow, waking up that spine. Inhale, drop your chin. This feels so good. This is a great way to start your day. One more time at your own pace. Think of uncurling each vertebrae as you move through this. Stretch big across those shoulders. All right, let's come back into neutral. Check your position. Good balance. We're going to do some of those tiger kicks. Remember, alternative, if you don't want to lift both arm and leg up, keep your hand down. Good balance. Don't shift your weight over to the left side. Let's lift that left arm up beside your ear. Good balance here. Bring your right leg straight back, toes pointed. Hold it there for a second. Use that core muscle, use those glutes on the right to hold us there. Try not to dump down. Don't dump down into that left hip. Stay nice and tall here. Inhale, let's tiger crunch that into the middle. And exhale, push it out. You're gonna do 2 more of those. Inhale, crunch it in. Exhale, push it out. If it's too hard with your hands up, just bring it in like that. Crunch it in. You can still do it. Last one. Exhale, put that left hand down, right knee down, other side. Right arm up, long and strong beside your ear. Left leg straight back. Point that toe. Hold it there for a moment. Get that position. Get that core engagement and that glute engagement. Keep you balanced. Breathe into it. Inhale, tiger crunch in. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, tiger crunch it in. Exhale, push it out. One more, stay with me. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, push it out. Let's put that down. Sink back into child's pose just for a second to give a bit of a break to the wrists. And then inhale, come on back up. Going to come up onto our toes. So bring your toes just to the edge of your mat here. Just so you have a nice wide stance. This is kind of a modified malasana. So bit of a squat. Toes, heels are up. You're on your toes. If you can, bring your hands up here into prayer pose and think about rising up and out. So you're using that core to help you sit up tall here. If that's not available to you, you can certainly keep your fingers down and maybe just bring your fingers side to side. You're still building core strength. You're still building glute strength by doing that. But if you can challenge yourself, your balance, your core, your glute, sit up. Nice tall posture. We'll be here just for another breath. Inhale and exhale. Then plant your hands down. Going to bring your hips slowly up into that deep forward fold. Wiggle your feet together so they're about hip width distance apart. Nice knee bend. Let's be gentle. Drop your head. Feel that gorgeous stretch across the hamstrings and through that lower back. Let your head go. Let your arms go. You want to move it side to side. Get a bit more motion. And back to center, nice and still. One more deep breath here. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, let's bring it all the way up to the top. Hands up high, hearts down through, hands down through heart center, hands down through heart center. Very good. We're going to do just one Surya Namaskar here. So inhale up, exhale, palms down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, let's plant our hands down to your knees. No need to stress it here. Long and strong on those arms. Good balance. Elbows in. Bend your elbows in. Come all the way down to the floor. Do a couple of cobra variations. Hands at your shoulder into a small cobra back bend. your height, your choice. Use those back muscles. Pull those shoulders back. Exhale down. We'll do that one more time. Think about leading with the chin, leading with the chest, pulling that forward, using those back muscles to keep you here. Exhale down. This time, I want you to bring your hands ahead of you, kind of so your arms are at 90 degrees, but the head may be off your mat. Cupcake up your fingers like you're holding cupcakes underneath them. Push up on those fingertips. Use those fingertips to help you bring your back up, only as much as you are comfortable. Inhale there, and down. We'll do that one more time. Cupcake fingers, lead with that chest. Bring it up. And exhale down. Roll those toes under. Bring those bottom up and back into downward dog. Let's roll that out for a second. Walk your dog. Bend your knees, look ahead of your hands. Let's step, jump, or hop to the top of our mat. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Let's bring that all the way up tall into that tall mountain pose. Check in here. Your bottom tucked under, your core tight, strong and tall. Chest puffed up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, breath down through heart center. We're going to go into a chair pose. Inhale, arms up. But sitting back in, using those glutes to help you sit back and gain that balance. As you exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Going to transfer our weight to our left foot into our balance here. Begin to move forward as you begin to tilt. Lift that right foot up and back. That strong balance pose at flying dragon. If you can, oh, my balance is off today. You can bring your arms out like wings. You want to, you can leave your hands at your heart center. Use those glute muscles on the right to help you stay up here. One more breath. And as you begin to exhale, let's tuck that knee up like those tiger crunches. Bring that leg all the way up. And then down. Excellent work. That's a tough one. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale up. Let's sit back into that chair pose again. Just like a good squat, you have to use those glutes to do this. Exhale, hands to heart center. Think about transferring that weight over to the right foot this time. Begin to lift that left, tuck it up. And as you can, tilt from the hips. Bring that left leg back, long and strong behind you. Using that left glute to help it hold there. If you want to, you can help your dragon to fly by bringing your arms out. Good focus, good breath work. One more. Begin to inhale. Let's bring those arms back up. Don't worry if you fall out. I read somewhere that falling out of a balance is human. Coming back in is making you a yogi. So just come on back in and connect with your yogi. And your foot down. Let's breathe that out. Let's walk that out. Good balance again in our strong mountain pose here. Check in. Toes lifted. Balance on all four corners of your feet. Pelvis tucked under. Core in tight. Arms up high. Let's forward fold that down on the exhale. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Let's step back. Okay, we're going to do our push-ups this time and our plank work. So strong in your plank. I know you guys can do this. Elbow, shoulders, wrists aligned. Back down, weight over your shoulders. We're going to lift our belly up into that down dog. Push back. Exhale. Inhale, come forward. Right knee, left elbow. Right knee, right elbow. Plant that foot. Let's inchworm walk that back so we get a bit of a higher down dog. Inchworm walk that forward. Pick up that left knee this time. Left knee, right elbow. Left knee, left elbow. Left foot down. Inchworm that walk back. We'll do this 2 more times.
Inhale, lift a forward fold, high downward dog. Inchworm, walk that out. Stay with me here. Right knee, left elbow, right knee, right elbow. Put it down. Inchworm, walk it back. Exhale, bring that forward. Inchworm, walk it forward. Left knee, right elbow, left knee, left elbow. Last one. Inchworm, walk it back. High down dog. Inchworm, walk it out. Tuck those elbows in. You come down to your knees or to a child's pose if you want to. Tuck those elbows and we're going to go down super slow. All the way to the floor. Inhale to your up dog. Drop those knees. Let's sit back into that child's pose just for a moment here. Catch our breath. Release that stress on the lower back. Do a lot of core work and planks. Child's pose is great to help release that. I want you to come walk your hands forward. We're going to come right down to our bellies, all the way down. Bring your hands in front of your face like little pillows, like that. Do like a crocodile lift, so toes pointed out, strong, flat on the floor behind you, your forehead resting on your palms. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift your feet up, lift your shoulders up. Exhale that down. One more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Going to roll over onto our back, so give yourself room. Going to do 2, 3 of those rocking chair abdominal curls. So think about rocking like the rung of a rocking tube. 2, 3. Roll back onto your belly. You do those crocodile lifts again. So 1, 2, 3. Over onto your back. 3 more of those rocking chairs. 1, 2, 3. Roll back onto your belly. Last time for this. 1, 2, 3. Last rocking horse, I promise. 1, 2, 3. Roll back onto your belly. Push yourself back into child's pose. Let's relax that out. Let's stretch it out. Inhale there and exhale. A little bit of cardio work thrown in just for pleasure. Let's sit up. Come on over onto that left hip. Roll your legs around in front. Legs out long in front of you. I like to just stretch it out a little bit so before we get into the rest of the practice. So make sure you're sitting down on those sit bones. Again, this is a good place to use the bolster if you can't, it's difficult for you to sit up nice and tall here. Sit up tall and take our hands into fists like this. Put them down beside your hips. Push into the floor and lift your bottom up off the floor. Use that core to help you lift that pelvis up. Down and do that one more time. Push into the floor, toes aligned, knees and legs nice and strong. Up and down. One more, just because. Up and down. Inhale, big up. That's forward, fold that out. Hinge from the hips. Let that back drop, let that chest drop. The next inhale, drag your fingers along the floor. Stack that spine up, nice and strong. Bring your knees, your feet flat onto your mat, your knees in close to your chest here. Maybe wiggle your sit bones close so you're still nicely seated on those. Bring your arms around to hug your knees. This is a bit of a variation of Navasana or boat pose. It's actually called Cosmic A. Don't know why. I'm going to get you to hold onto your legs. And think about sitting back on those sit bones. So it's a bit of a prep for boat pose in Navasana. Once you keep that chest up, keep that spine straight, don't let your back ground into it. you're starting to round, just put a toe down to give you a bit of grounding here. But if you can, bring your feet up. So you've got good balance there in our cosmic egg. Bring those knees in tight to your chest and think about using the core, using those glutes actually to help you balance in this position. Don't worry if you come out of it, that's okay. Come back in when you're ready. Take another breath here, using that core to help you stay strong and tall in this pose. No rounding, strong and tall. Keep that chest up, chest lifted. And we're going to transfer both hands to our left knee. If you're ready, bring that right leg out straight. You can always put that left foot down for balance if you'd like to do that. But if you want to challenge yourself, that left leg up, right leg up. We're going to tap that foot down 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that right knee in. Let's transfer over. Hold on to that right leg. Reconnect. Make sure you're still sitting up tall. Make sure you're still using those core muscles. Left leg out long and strong. Remember, you can put those toes down on the right for better balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's bring those both in for a hug. Put your feet down. Give your knees a big hug. We're not quite done there. Leave those feet down this time. Move them out a little bit from your body. So you have kind of that mountain shape to your legs, that nice bend to your legs. Sit up tall on your sit bones. Good balance on both. Core engaged, chest out, arms out straight, and then begin to lean back as much as you can until you feel like you might be starting to lose that pose, that you're starting to lean into it, or your quads are becoming too engaged. So lean back as much as you feel you can. Doesn't have to be far. Keep that core nice and tight there. I'm going to bring that right arm behind us. Stretch it over, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Try not to lose that position. Keep that back the same all the time. Right arm back. Inhale to center. Left arm back. Inhale to center. That's 2. We're going to do 5, maybe 6. 1. Don't want to tell you guys. That's 3. Keep that position. Keep that core engagement there. Don't let your back come up or down any further. That's 4. Twisting, using your obliques to get you around. 5. 1 more each side. Let's do 6. 6. Come back to center. Let's hug that out. Bring your knees in. Give yourself a hug. Now we're going to go into full Navasana, folded boat pose. If you want, you can leave your feet on the floor. You can bring tippy toes on the floor. Maybe you just want to bring your feet up a little bit. Cross at your ankles. All those are good variations of full Navasana. So in that, again, core engagement, quads engaged there, legs out long and strong, balance. All about the balance. Keep that core, that pelvis. You can add your arms. Again, no problem putting a foot down to help you do this. Absolutely fine. Breathe in there. Three more breaths. 2 more. Last one. Inhale, bring those knees in, give yourself a hug. Plant your feet, scoot your bottom forward just a little bit so you can lie down flat on your mat. Roll that down. Let's hug those knees in and rock back and forth, just to give ourselves, our spine, a bit of a break. Not quite done. Get you to tuck your chin over, bring your legs to that tabletop position here, but make sure that your hips and your knees are aligned. You're not bringing them in closer. You can feel that that kind of lets the quads loose in there. If you push your legs out, maybe even an inch further over your bottom, you can feel really strong core alignment. Keep that lower back on the mat, tuck your chin, arms wherever you want, but don't grip onto your mat. Let them nice and loose. We're just going to do a few toe taps here. So 1, left foot down. 2, 3, right foot down. 4, 5. As you get tired, you might begin to find that your legs are coming back closer over your abdomen, so make sure you're keeping them out. Keeping that core engaged the entire time. Don't let go. Remember to breathe. It's super easy to hold your breath in this position, so remember to come back to that breath. Breathe deeply. Don't hold your breath. Your spine starts to lift. Hug your knees in so you can re-engage it again. We're going to do 4 more. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hug those knees in tight. Bit of a rock. Let's let that left leg go out long on the mat. Bring your left hand to your right knee into a lovely little supine twist. Knee over arm, right arm out straight, or cactus. Look up over that right shoulder. Breathe into those side muscles, those obliques, those quads, those glutes. Let that all go. Twists are so great, as we know, for digestion, for internal organs, releasing the muscles in that spine. Exhale. 1 more breath here. And then on the next inhale, let's inhale that back to center. Let's plant both feet. Just lift your hips up into a little bridge to help you reset your spine before we go to the other side. Just helps bring our spine back into a nice alignment here. It's not a full bridge, just a little reset bridge. Right leg out long, left knee in tight. Let's bring that left knee over to the right. Little twist here. Left arm out long on your mat. Look over your left shoulder. Feel that twist. Those muscles relax in that core and that lower spine. You want more of an upper spine twist, bring your leg up higher. If you want a lower spine, you can bring your leg down lower. Just play with it. See what's working for you today. One more big breath there. And on the next inhale, let's bring that back to center. Hug those knees in tight again. Rock it out. Do 1 more little restorative pose for our abdomen. So take your blanket or your thick towel, and I want you to kind of fold it and make it as thick as you can, or thick as comfortable as you are. Take that thickness and put it underneath your bottom, kind of at that flat point, that sacral point of your back, that flat point. If you feel into your back, you'll feel you have 2 dimples, kind of just at the lower part of your lumbar spine, just before that sacral, that flat point starts. You want those little dimples to be off of the blanket, so they're going to hang a little bit. This is a beautiful spine over for your sacral spine, your lower lumbar spine. It's that flat part of your bottom that's on your bolster. You can move it around to get there. Once you're there, once you're comfortable, remember, no pinching, no pain. If you want to, you can let your legs go out long on the mat. 1 or both, depends on your flexibility. And then this becomes a beautiful stretch for that entire front line of your body, from your quads to your hip flexors, your core, your pelvis. And you can just let it lie here. Just lie here and enjoy that relaxation. Just breathe into that space that's being created. If it's too much on your spine with your legs out, just bring your legs back up, bend your knees, and put your feet back down flat on the mat. We're going to hang out here for a couple of minutes just to let that spine relax. And this is something you can do. You can lie in this position for 3, 4, 5 minutes. It's just a beautiful opener for that lower spine.
Really helps it to relax. We'll take one more minute here. The longer you're here, the better those muscles, those big muscles in your glutes and hamstrings and lower back have to relax into this position. Take one more breath. Last one. And then we're just going to bring your feet back in, push into your toes, lift up, bring that bolster out from underneath you. Let your back come down onto the mat. Feel it meet the earth. It's a really great sensation when it does that. It just kind of like, you can almost feel it sigh, just kind of, ah. And then as you can, roll over to your right. I'm going to get you to join me at the top of your mat in a seated position, legs crossed, your hands to heart center. And as we do on Sundays, take a breath here. We're going to connect with that communication mudra. So take your thumbs, connect them to your ring finger. That is the mudra for communication. We're going to ignite up that communication. Palms up to the air. If you want to receive energy, palms down to the ground. If you need to be grounded in that communication, your choice. I'm going to just get you to close your eyes just for a moment and think about that one person that you need to connect with this week in a meaningful way. Friend, family, someone you haven't seen for years. Just that name that pops into your head, and set that intention to communicate to that person in a meaningful way. Phone call, a messenger note, something that can make their day. Inhale on that and exhale. Remember that intention. Your next inhale, let's bring our palms together to heart center to seal that intention. Make that promise to yourself. Just going to leave you with one thought for today, that this is a wonderful day. I've never seen a day like this before. So go and enjoy it. Namaste. Thank you for joining.